Okay, how you doing there? We're getting close to the end of the year. It's the last week of the year of 2016, and what I want to do here is I want to make 4 more videos before the end of the year. I want to make the first video discussing what my last 3 years of weight training has been like, and also the training for my first powerlifting meet that I hope I can do next year in 2017. And then the last 3 videos I want to just discuss my 3 lifts. So I'm going to make a separate video of each lift, the squat, the bench, and the deadlift. So let's get going here now so I can get these videos up before the end of the year. So what I want to discuss here on the first video is what I've gone through in the last 3 years since I started working out again after a long layoff. If you're new here, I have a lot of videos that are numbered, so you can start watching those, and that will explain everything to you about myself and my working out. And for those of you that are or have been watching my videos, probably some of this is going to be a repeat, but still there's some things I like to get out here so you guys understand what's exactly happening to me in the last 3 years. Now, you know, the reasoning for this channel was to show that us guys that are in our late 60s rolling into our 70s can still work out and still train heavy and get strong, and I want to prove that. But it's been a long journey, and it's not as simple as saying let's do it. There's some work involved, and there's some setbacks that I'm going to be here explaining to you guys about, so that way maybe it can help you make a smoother transition into this workout game here. So 3 years ago I decided to work out again after 27 years of not working out, and I actually didn't stop working out. I did work out like light weights just to keep my muscles active. Plus, my job kept me pretty physically active also. So I wasn't like I just stopped, taking care of myself or not keeping the muscles active. But I didn't do any weight training as far as trying to do any bodybuilding or sculpting my body or anything, or getting strong to do any kind of heavy lifting. So I decided to start working out again, and so when I first started, I got a piece of paper and started writing down a routine for myself. I went back to the full body workout routine, 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then rest on Tuesday, Thursday, and then rest on Saturday and Sundays. And what I found out was that working a full body workout was still a little bit too much, too many exercises, too many sets, too many reps. It was just beating me up. So I decided then to do a split routine, doing a Monday upper, Tuesday lower, and then rest on Wednesday, and then Thursday upper, Friday lower, rest on Saturday, and do the same thing again. So every other day I would do my 2 days of working out. This worked out somewhat okay, but I was still getting too stiff. I was still sore. When I come back to working out again the next day, I could, I had to warm up a real long time before I can start working out again. Now the science to this. I don't, I'm not an expert in this, but I guess there's a lot of things going on when we get old. Our muscles don't respond as quickly, don't repair as fast. We don't. If you don't get enough rest, they don't, work as efficient as they do when we were younger. I knew that, but I thought that's okay. I could work through it, but it was really hard. So after about 4 months, three or 4 months, I injured my shoulder, so I had to lay back on that, and I had to see if that would heal before I could start, start heavily, working out the shoulders area again. And then also while I was doing it, I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to get the so-called six-pack back again, like I had when I was younger. And all I had to do was just do some cardio and work out a little harder, and my six-pack was back already again in the summertime. I would lay off and eat what I wanted in the winter, and then I, started to diet down and start cutting again and get my six-pack back to look good for the beach in the summertime. So I thought I could do the same thing now. Well, to come to find out, I couldn't do it. I lost weight. I could see my upper abs, but my lower abs I couldn't see. I had that little bit of weight still there covering the abs. I tried to do more cardio, it wasn't working. I tried to work out heavier, it wasn't working. And I was dieting, so I cut back on some calories. That wasn't working. So I just, tried to do other things, and I went to the vitamin store in my area here, and I looked for fat burners. So they had a whole bunch of free samples sitting on a table there from different companies. So I just grabbed about 6 or 7 of those to try out, and I was going to try them out one by one and see which one I felt would work, and they were just garbage. One I took made me so hyper that I was bouncing off the walls after I took it. Another one made all my muscles start tingling to the point they were starting to burn. And they had a burning sensation to my nerve endings, and a few others didn't work at all. So I decided that's it. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm just going to work out and just diet right and do some cardio. But it still wasn't working, and I wasn't gaining muscle like I used to. I used to, quit for a few weeks, come back, and, muscles would come back, start gaining again. But here it seems like I was just dormant. My muscles, I looked like I worked out, but my muscles weren't, getting fuller and bigger like it used to. So I said, okay, let's just stop this bodybuilding thing. I'm 69 years old. It's not working. This is probably what happens when you're, this old. You're just not going to get this, bodybuilding looking body again. And you guys have to understand that these guys that do look like that in their late 60s, 70s, they've been doing it all their lives. They didn't just quit working out and come back and try to look like that again. They've been working out all their lives. Their muscles are set that they respond really quickly because they never had a chance to not, be in that state. So even though when you're older they might not get gigantic, but they still kept their nice muscle tone and muscle fullness. But when you quit, you start, your muscles decide, your body knows that you don't want to use those muscles again, and they start just getting down to the old age syndrome of just deteriorating, which they call atrophy. So I decided, okay, fine. If I'm not going to get the bodybuilding look, I can at least get strong. I don't have to take my shirts off or anything, show my muscles. I can get strong, and I can get into. I'll go into the powerlifting, and all I have to do then is just worry about doing the 3 lifts. Set up a routine to get stronger in the 3 lifts, and I don't have to worry about doing all these other exercises. The curls and leg extensions, leg curls, forearm curls, and all the shoulder routines and stuff. I just have to just worry about the powerlifting routine. But then what was happening, I was getting strong in those routines, but everything else I was getting weak. I would just every once in a while pick up a barbell and want to do some barbell curls, and I was weaker at this point than I was when I quit a few months ago doing the bodybuilding exercises. So what was happening is I was getting my muscles that are doing the compound exercises were getting strong, but the regular assistance exercises or the regular bodybuilding exercises, I was getting weak. And so every time I would do some kind of a movement that would incorporate like a muscle, like a bicep curl or some kind of a tricep exercises, I was like sore for 2-3 days. So I decided, all right, what I'm going to do now is just incorporate some bodybuilding exercises along with the powerlifting exercises or routine. And I felt a lot better. My muscles got stronger. I was working in different angles and whatever by doing these different exercises, and it helped my powerlifting too. So by doing that, I got my body back to not hurting anymore, no more pains and aches, and except for the shoulders, which if you guys are following me, you know that my shoulders are finally, after 3 years, back to normal. What I'm having problems with now is bicep tendonitis and inflammation, and I'm working on that right now. But I'm still able to work out, the bench without, actually having to quit because of the pain. So what I need getting at here is to tell you guys that are older that if you want to work out, go ahead, get yourself a physical, see your doctor, make sure he tells you it's okay to work out. Start slow. Don't go into it too quickly. If you're new, if you've been working out for years and quit for a long time, like I did, like 23 years, or longer, just start out slow again. Don't think that you can just jump right back in again like you did, like you did the day you stopped working out. You're gonna have to start slowly. Don't overdo it. This thing about, I know I saw on some more stuff on these fitness channels is, because you're older, don't do anything over 10 reps. Don't go to failure. Well, every once in a while I go to failure. Every once in a while I go into over 10 reps. I go 12 reps. I do 15 reps per set. And sure, I'm a little sore, but it's nothing that's going to stop you from not working out again. Just don't overdo it. Any new exercise, you're going to be sore. If you start a new exercise, you're going to be sore. It takes a while to get your muscles accustomed to that routine, but it's not going to cripple you. So just remember, start slowly and work up to it. You may have some strains, you may have some injuries, but those can be worked out too, as long as you don't tear anything. That's one thing you have to be careful with. Try not to do something stupid like grabbing a weight that you never did before, or an exercise you never did, and go strictly to your first, trying to do a 1 minute max without even warming up. Make sure your muscles are warmed up to the point that you're not going to hurt yourself. Another thing you have to worry about and don't do is don't go on the internet and start going and learning from different people on the internet, because they're all different. We are all different. Every exercise we do, every movement we do, everybody moves different. Sure, there's the basics, but But in the long run, if you do a squat, you do a wide squat or narrow squat or toes in, toes out, this is something that you're going to have to learn on your own and see if that works for you. You may find somebody, oh, there's a new way to squat. You start doing that, next thing you know it, you hurt yourself because you went and tried to do the same weight you did with the stance you did before. A new stance, you got to start all over again. And that's what happened, with me. My depth was really bad in the squat, and I had to start all over again. And it took a long time for my muscles to get accustomed to squatting deep, and I'll explain that, in the next 3 videos. So, if you're going to work out, if you have weights that you've had from a long time ago that you just put to the side, and you're able to have enough equipment to work out, fine, you can work out at home. But if you don't waste your money trying to build up a gym, because it's very expensive. Because you're going to see, oh, I need this apparatus, I need this kind of bench, I need this, I need that. Before you know it, you're going to spend thousands of dollars. You could have gone to a full-fledged gym and only spent like $30 or $40 a month. Plus, if you really want to work out, competitively, you're going to need a coach of some kind. A coach that, if you want to bodybuild, then you're going to need somebody that knows bodybuilding. If you're going to just want to stay healthy and just do some workout routines, then you can get a personal trainer. If you want to go into powerlifting, you got to get a coach that knows powerlifting. That's the only way you're going to succeed. Because if you try to go on the internet and learn all this stuff, it's going to screw you up, because every time you turn around, oh, okay, fine, this exercise I've done, no wonder I feel bad, I'm going to do this new way. There's always a new way. Every day I go on the internet, there's a new way to do this same exercise. And you need somebody that can watch you, that knows the exercises, that knows how you should be doing it, and knows that everybody's different. So if your coach says, okay, let's start doing a squat, and he starts showing you how to do the squat, then you start doing the squat, you can see, your mechanics and how your body reacts to certain ways of moving, and he can assess the squat for you and show you the right way to do it, so you go and do the squat the right way to begin with, instead of having to keep changing the way you're doing it to start from scratch like I did. So take my advice. You want to work out again, don't worry about your age. Age doesn't really have nothing to do with it. You just got to be more careful. You got to warm up a little bit longer. But our muscles work the same as they did when we were younger. It just takes a little longer for them to respond. So I hope this helps. My next video that I'm going to put up here on my channel is going to be my squat, and what's been going on for the last year. So until then, have a happy new year, and hopefully your new year will be better than this year. And if you had a really great year this year, I hope you have a greater year next year. So till my next video, Happy New Year.
Where's Grandpa? Where's Grandpa?